Mateo here. Welcome to Retro Ranking on Ladies' Day, and we are going to have a look at singer-songwriter, actress, television host, all-round entertainer, was in entertainment for the whole of her life, and that is Helen Reddy, born Helen Maxine Reddy on the 25th of October 1941 in Melbourne, Australia. To a show business family, Helen started a career as an entertainer at the age of 4. She sang on radio and television, won a talent contest called Bandstand in 1966, and the prize was a ticket to New York City, and recalled an audition which failed. But after an unsuccessful singing career in New York, she moved to Chicago and then on to Los Angeles, where she made a debut with One Way Ticket and I Believe in Music, a couple of covers, one of them being a Neil Sedaka. Then she did a version of I Don't Know. How to Love Him was alright, but she really started then coming into renown. Sadly, Helen died at the Motion Picture and Television Country House Hospital in Los Angeles in 2020 at the age of 79. She'd suffered from Addison disease and dementia in her later years, which is pretty sad. But she has left us with some really nice songs. I caught a new of her in the 70s. There's a couple of singles I remember, but as you get older, you sort of look, let's have a listen to this. And I thought I'd do Helen Reddy and just sort of go back and listen to her, and I find that I do like her songs. So here's my top 10 songs. So number 10. Now this is from 1974. Hit for in America, it got to number 1. It got to number 5 here, number 13 in Australia, and it's Angie Baby. I'd say this is one of her most popular and most recognisable songs. I remember hearing this on the radio. I think it's a nice little song. It's got a nice groove to it. Great vocal from Helen. It's just a fantastic little track. Okay, number 9. From 1972. Now this got to number 1. Number 2 in Australia, number 1 in America, never got released here, but it's a track called I Am a Woman. I love the guitars on this one. The drumming is great. But what adds to this? The horns. The horns always work for me, and it works on that track. Excellent little track. At number 8, we go to 1975 now. Wasn't released here in the UK. Number 94 in Australia, but a number 8 hit for in the USA. And it's the brilliant Ain't No Way to Treat a Lady. It's a great track. I do like the saxophone and piano on this. It's a very chill out record. A really lovely vocal from Helen Reddy. Okay, coming in number 7. Now this track is on from 1983, and it's on her album Imagination, and the track's called Let's Go Up. Now it's not no 80s thing, it's a more soulful jazzy track. It's got a great bass line to it. It's just showed how versatile Helen's vocals were, because it's really sort of got a groove. Okay, up next, 1972, and the album I Am a Woman, and a track called Where Is My Friend. Now this is just one of them simple tracks, piano, strings, and a wonderful vocal from Helen, and that's all you needed. You didn't need jazzy stuff. It's just wonderful. It's a wonderful vocal, absolutely terrific. Number 5, we go to the year 1977, and an album called Ear Candy. And there's a track on there called Aquarius Miracle. I quite like this. It's got a bit of a barber shop quartet with it, and then Helen does the main vocal. and the little bit of guitar on this really adds to it. It's a quirky little number which I really enjoy. Okay, number 4, we're going to come as much up to date as you can with Helen. This is from an album she made in 1990 called Feel So Young, and it's a track called That's All. It's a jazz track. It's wonderful. Her voice has dropped down an octave, which is fair enough, but it's got that big microphone, smoke-filled room feel to it. It's a wonderful track, and I had to include it in this top 10. It's lovely. Okay, now we're going back to 1973. This was a number 1 in Australia and USA. Never released here, but it's a track that everybody knows, and it's the brilliant Delta Dawn. Probably one of her biggest tracks. Big hit. Everyone knows this. It's just got that real groove to it. It's a bit of gospel-y in there. It's pretty good. Number 2, we're going to 1974 now, and an album called Free and Easy, and there's a track on there called Raised on Rock. Now this is probably the heaviest, rockiest track Helen Reddy ever recorded. It's got a great little riff on that guitar, and then you get this sort of boogie little bit of disco in it, because it's 1974, and it works. It's a really good track. But number 1, big hit everywhere this was. Number 1 in Australia and America, and it got to number 3 here in the UK, and it's Leave Me Alone, Ruby Red Dress. Brilliant song. I remember this. It's my favourite vocal from her. It's my favourite song. It's just got such a groove, and I love that track. So there we go. There are some great little songs from Helen Reddy. I'm going to put them all in the playlist today because she deserves to have all 13. So we've got some honourable mentions. My first one is from 1988, and it's an album called Centre Stage, and it's called Blow, Gabrielle Blow. Now this is probably one of the best songs that she'd done in a long time. I mean, her voice had really gone a bit low, but it's a very jazzy track, so it didn't matter. Very good track. Okay, from 1974, the title track off Free and Easy. Very easy listening. It's got some nice chingy guitar, but a really lovely flute piece on it, and a fine vocal from Helen. Okay, the last one today is from 1977. It's the B-side of Happy Girls, and it's called La Suisse Les Boutons Rouillés. It's very French. It's got a bit of accordion, and you should be sitting down on a Parisian street drinking red wine and watching someone go by on a bike with onions, string of onions, and wearing a beret. It's very Parisian, and I love it, and I think Helen's vocal is wonderful on it as well. So there we go, 13 great songs by a singer that really went under the radar sometimes, especially in this country, but a fine singer at that. Okay, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow. It's marathon day, and we have got another request for you. 1 or 2 people have asked for this. Scottish singer-songwriter Mr. Al Stewart, who's made some fine albums, so we'll be looking at his albums tomorrow. So have a good day everyone. Bye for now.